Riddick 4 with Vin Diesel gets major update. We'll explore the character's mysterious past. Was it really all that mysterious, guys? Uh, well, in the first one, they said that he was an ex-con who had his eyes adjusted so he can see in the prison planet that was all black, and then they made him a Furian, whose species their eyes are always like that. So they retconned a bit of his uh, lore and stuff as they went along. I didn't hate Chronicles of Riddick. They just overreached. They overreached, and then they tried to go back to the basics with the third Riddick film, which the Katie Sackhoff one, which was kind of eh. If you think about it now, and I liked it when it came out. You think about that third Riddick film; it's very, very made for TV esque, made for streaming. It's a streaming movie, Riddick. Uh, and then they tried to get too grandiose for Chronicles of Riddick. Let's take a look at the box office for this. Does it make sense? Pitch Black was the lowest one, but it cost the least amount. So I think the percentages of its haul is greater. So like Pitch Black was like what $5-7 million or something to make. And it was like supposed to be like this throwaway movie that came out in June or in January. And then people were like, "Oh, wow, what is this? When did it come out? Pitch Black, February. Yeah." Then they're like, "Oh, we got something here people like. So let's dump a whole bunch of money into it. 120 million. Let's put another 100 million into it." Hey, so yeah, Pitch Black 23 million made 53. Riddick 38 million made 94. So maybe it does make sense to make a fourth one, huh, guys? Guys, we have to be brutally honest here. The Fast and Furious franchise is going to be done with the next movie, and Vin Diesel just really hasn't found his mark outside of the established properties like this and Riddick, like Fast and Furious and Riddick, right? Uh, Triple X was fun, the first one, but the second one, oh, sorry, no, the second one was with Ice Cube, right? And then it was the third Triple X was uh, Return of Xander Cage or something. It's like, oh god, yeah, no. But I do like the premise of the character, so seeing his past maybe explored a little bit may work. Vin Diesel, you know that Vin Diesel's been trying to get this one off the ground for a while, so you can check out the official synopsis for Riddick Furia below. Riddick finally returns to his homeworld, a place he barely remembers, and one he fears might be left in ruins. But there he finds other Furians fighting for their existence against a new monster, and some of these Furians are more like Riddick than he could ever have imagined. Okay, so he'll fight along with other people like him. Uh, Vin Diesel teaches the last witch hunter to know that's not happening. Yeah. So explore Riddick's curious past. Our Legion fans have demanded it for years. Well, have they? Have they? Has any? Has anybody demanded to see a fourth Riddick? I don't know about that. And now we're finally ready to honor their call to action for Riddick Furia. My collaboration with Vin and One Race has spanned 20 fruitful years, as together we've created 3 movies, 2 video games, and an anime production and motion comics for the internet. The new biggest screen event will see Riddick return to his homeworld, where we finally get to explore Riddick's genesis. No release date, no production date. Is there comments for this? No, no comments. Um, okay, who would you want to see? Like, if he goes back to his planet to maybe find some answers or more people like him, that's fine. But then he gets into kind of a back and forth with them fighting a big monster of some kind. Yeah, keep it small and dialed back like that. It could possibly work. But who else would be of that kind of stature and uh, like who would be another Furian? Um, you know who I would say would be another Furian? And we I just saw him in Abigail. Kevin Durant. Put him in this movie. We're just going to see him in the new Apes movie this week, which I'm seeing tomorrow night, guys. I'm seeing the new Apes movie tomorrow night, so pay attention for my straight out of the theater reaction for that. Yeah, there's a bunch of possibilities you could have in there for sure. Fighting a big monster, huh? Back on Furya. Yeah, curious. I'd be on board for it. Next, new MaXXXine photos. Images reveal Kevin Bacon, Sophie Thatcher, and more. Yeah, well, Kevin Bacon's kind of like the sleazy bad guy in this one, isn't he? Let's just take a look at some of these new photos. Mia Goth, awesome. Looks like she's at some kind of rave. Yeah, so if you didn't know the story to MaXXXine, she goes to, this is after X, uh, and she goes to Hollywood to become a star.